Hey guys, welcome back to SC Outdoors. Today we're doing some fishing here at this lake. Tough conditions. It's really windy. I don't think you can tell quite as much right now since I'm in the trees here blocking it a little bit, but out on the water it's super windy. No finesse fishing today for sure. This is a stock trout lake, so I do have an inline spinner tied on just to see if I can pick off any of those. I mean, it's been about a month and a half since they stocked, so I'm not sure how good the trout fishing is going to be, but I also got a spinner bait, got a swim bait tied up. Gonna go after some bass too. I've caught some decent bass out of here before, but never fished here in these kind of conditions, so I'm not 100% sure what to expect. So hopefully the audio isn't terrible from this video with all the wind, but we'll see. If this lake doesn't work out, I do have one more that's close by that I'll probably try. So let's see what we can do here. Oh wow, as soon as it hit the water. Yes, first cast on the Swimbait. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. I barely even had it out there. This is the first cast of the day, boys. It might be good. This wind. There we go, first fish. Not a monster by any means, but pretty cool. So there we go. First fish of the day. First cast of the day too. Awesome. I did see well, I saw a bass hanging right here. So, and there's all this weed line. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I was thinking maybe they'd be hanging right in that, getting ready to spawn and everything. Less wind and everything. And that was certainly the case. Let me show you what I'm throwing here. I'm throwing an Underspin swim bait. It's a Keitech, 4-inch Keitech. Got the spinner blade underneath. And he cranked that right away. There's another one. Again, not a huge one, but it looks like that's what they're doing. They're sitting right on this weed line. It's a little bit better. Not bad at all. Same tactic, just throwing this swim bait right along the weed line here. Fish number 2. So pretty much the same spot, just caught the fish casting right, caught the fish casting left. Let's go. Alright guys, so the bass, that really didn't last too long, that stretch of weeds. I'd missed one other one, that's about it. And I got to this point, and this is usually a good point for the trout, in my experience anyways. I did see a couple jump, so there are still some around. So I threw on this little inline spinner. We'll see if we can get one to bite. I'm sure they've seen a million spinners since the first day of trout, but maybe we can grab one here. There we go, fish on the spinner. I'm assuming it's a trout. Yes, it is. It's a really pretty rainbow. There we go. Typical Pennsylvania stocked rainbow. Oh, shoot. Well, there he goes. Well, I was gonna get a picture, but I had to get the pliers to get the hook out. Of course, as soon as I take my phone out to take a picture, off he goes. But There's a rainbow for you. A couple largemouth now and a rainbow. Well, sorry guys, wasn't recording, but we got us another bass. I'll explain in a second here. Get him back in. So I decided to put the finesse worm on because I had missed a couple bass on the swim jig just coming down through this bank here, and decided that, you know, it's not as windy right against the bank here, so I was thinking I could get the finesse worm to work, and it definitely did. That's fish number one. There are some real big bass sitting up shallow down through here, but they just were not looking at anything, unfortunately. But we're gonna keep doing this, going back down through where I already fished with the swim jig, so keep it going here. There's a fish, another one on the finesse worm. Right where I missed a fish earlier too. This is the smallest one of the day probably. But this finesse worm does the trick again. Bring it up at this lake. Couldn't get anything else. It's super windy some points on the lake here, but I did see some massive bass. Wish I could have caught a couple of the bigger ones, but we did okay. You know, definitely caught some fish. That one trout was a nice little bonus. So I'm heading to another lake. That's probably going to be another video. Hopefully I catch fish there, so there should be another video coming. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time on SC Outdoors.